Today, I'm going to give you guys what I think is one of the best RV deals out there. It's a way to camp free overnight at farms and dairies and breweries and wineries and museums. I have a special guest with me today, and at the end, we're going to have a giveaway. So welcome to episode 12 of Be a Nomad, Change Your Life. Hey everybody, it's Robin with Creativity RV, and welcome to Be a Nomad, Change Your Life, my Sunday series where I try to give you every tool that you need to hit the road full time. And I am really excited today because, as you guys know, my goal in this series is to give you an arsenal of different ways to overnight and camp. And today, I have a very special guest. I'm going to be interviewing the new owner of Harvest Hosts. Harvest Hosts is a free way to overnight at beautiful farms and wineries and breweries and museums all over the country. Camping overnight there is free. There is a small membership fee. It's $49 a year. I'm going to talk to the new owner about that, but hang on until the end because he has graciously agreed to give my viewers a deal on that membership. And at the end, we're going to talk to you about a giveaway that we're doing for the membership. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to jump on Skype and interview Joel Holland, who's the new owner of Harvest Hosts. They're making some really exciting changes, and because of our schedules, we're both traveling. We decided to do this interview via Skype. So I'm going to ask him all the questions I think that you guys might have, and if you have any more, please put them in the comments below, and we'll be sure to answer them. So here we go. So everybody, this is Joel Holland from Harvest Hosts. Hey Joel, you want to say hi to everybody? Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Okay.
Robin, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
Good. So Joel and I are actually separated by a mountain, maybe right now. We're not that far apart, but with our travel schedules, we decided to meet via Skype. But I wanted to tell you guys about this great thing called Harvest Hosts. I've been going to Harvest Hosts for a while, and I think it's the best deal in RV life. But I'm going to let Joel explain it.
Yeah, so Harvest Hosts, the quick backstory for those that don't know it, is a network of over 600 wineries, breweries, distilleries, farms, and other unique locations that RVers can overnight and get a unique experience. And my wife and I fell in love with the program after we'd actually traveled through all the lower 48. We love life on the road, love RVing, and the thing missing for us was we'd be driving during the day and having this true feeling of freedom, and then we get to a campground at nighttime and that freedom was kind of like, that illusion was destroyed, and we were parked 5 feet away from another camper.
Right.
Or at best, at worst, we were in a parking lot. So
right.
Harvest Hosts gave us this experience we just never had before, which was, total freedom, meeting great people, and experiencing new parts of America that we'd never seen.
Right. I feel the same way because if you just go from campground to campground, you're not really seeing the real country. And when I go to Harvest Hosts, I get to meet the owners of these wonderful places and hear their stories, and I have fallen in love with some of these places, the wineries and the cheese, and it's hard not to go back just to buy this stuff because it's so great. But how did you transition from being a guest of Harvest Hosts to now being the new owner of Harvest Hosts?
Yeah, so in my previous life, I started a technology company on the East Coast and grew it to a pretty good size. And in the process, burned out. I really worked too hard. I was in a cubicle all day. And RVing became that escape from burnout. And then as I came to find Harvest Host, I just fell in love with the program.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, man, this would be the coolest business to help scale and get to more RVers. And I wonder if there's any chance I could buy the company.
Right.
And so I reached out to Don and Kim Green, and I basically said, look, you don't know me, but I love your product. I promise I'll be a fantastic steward for the program because I actually use the program. I am an RVer. I'm not going to sell it out. I just want more people to experience it.
Right.
And, at first they said, we're not for sale, but we got to know each other over the course of a few months and ultimately found a price point that worked for them and a comfort level that kind of made us ready to transition. So it's been great. And Don and Kim were just absolutely wonderful. Just you couldn't have asked for a better founding team. What they created is magic.
Right. So tell people what they can expect when they go to one of these host sites.
Yeah, so the program itself costs $49 a year to be a member. After you pay that, you can stay at any of our 623 locations all over the country, Canada, Alaska, and even Baja, California. You stay for free, so there's no additional charge to stay at any of the hosts. But there is a little bit of a code of conduct and an expectation that you'll support the hosts that you stay with. And so the way I always say it is, you'd be spending, probably $50 to $100 to stay at a RV campground. Take some of that savings and give it back to the local host. Buy their wine, or as you mentioned, buy the cheese. Man, I've had some fantastic cheese from the last host I stayed at in Kansas. Right. And support the host. So that's it. Just be a good RVer, be a good citizen, and everyone's happy.
So the $49 really gets you the list of all of the hosts, right? And the app where you can search for the hosts. The hosts don't pay to be in the program, right? This is voluntary for them. But what they get out of it is that they get new customers, hopefully, and get to share their lives with people. Is that accurate?
Yes, you're absolutely. Yeah, you actually said it perfectly. I surveyed the hosts and I asked them, what is it that you love about the program, or why do you continue to be in the program? Because obviously you don't have to be. And the first response was the people they meet. So they really enjoy, I think, meeting Harvest Host members, sharing their farm, sharing their wines. And then the second is the business aspect. All right, like Harvest Host members are bringing them business, and that is much appreciated by a small business owner.
Right. The first Harvest Host I ever stayed at was in Sun Valley, Idaho. It was Cray's Family Market, or Market Garden. I'm going to get that name wrong. But, you go in and they had stallions and this amazing organic farm, and they were just the nicest couple, and they had like a fairy tale house on the property. And I was like, okay, well, where's your shop? Can I go into your shop? And they said, oh, no, we don't have a shop. We have a basket delivery to local residents, and then we sell to the local restaurants. And I thought, well, why are you doing Harvest Host? And they said, we just love to meet people. We just want to share the organic farm life with people. And then they said, walk around, pick whatever you want. And then they took me to dinner. Not that this is going to happen, people, with everybody else. But I have to tell you, they're so nice. The Harvest Hosts are so great, and they really do want to talk to you about their life, and their employees are great. And with my experience, I'll go to a winery, you camp or overnight right next to the vineyards a lot of the times, or right next to the goats, when you wake up in the morning. It's great. What's your favorite place that you've ever been to?
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, I love staying at wineries as well, because my wife and I love wine. We love trying new wines. And the biggest downside is, we don't drink and drive. And so one of us would have to stay sober, right?
Right. And you can go in and do a tasting and not worry. Yeah.
Totally. Two of us can sit there and imbibe as much as you want and, fall back to the RV. It's a wonderful situation.
Yeah. I was traveling up the California coast, and it was, I can't remember what holiday it was, but it was a holiday week, and you couldn't boondock. No campground was available. There were no Walmarts or anything. So I pull out my Harvest Host app, and there are just tons of options. So I ended up staying at like a dude ranch where you literally go outside on the tables, and they have the triangle bell, and the guy's there in the hat, and they're cooking, and they had wine there, and I met all these amazing people that were just sitting around having dinner. It made me appreciate the area so much more than if I had just stayed on the highway and gone to like stay in a Walmart. So for me, $49 a year is like the most killer deal out there. I mean, a lot of people get like...
Yeah, and I agree. So I think that's kind of the message that I'm trying to get out, is that if you're an RVer, you are foolish not to have a Harvest Host membership.
Yes.
Because it really is, it's a no-brainer tool in your RVing toolkit.
Yeah. So, and it's super easy, you guys, to sign up for Harvest Host, because I'm going to put a link for it below, and hang on, because Joel is being really gracious, and he's giving us a special offer for our viewers. But you just go in and you sign up, you pay the $49, or maybe a little bit less for us, and you download a membership card and your number, and then you get an app. So you can search on, tell me if I'm wrong, you can search on your computer, or you can search on your smartphone or your tablet, and you can literally go into the app and search by the geography you're in, or you can search by an area you're going to, and all of a sudden the map populates with all of these little red dots, which are all the Harvest Hosts around, and you can click on them and see what they're about, and then you can go in and read reviews on them. Do I have anything wrong?
That's absolutely right. In fact, so I like to, you mentioned it, I like the route planner. So I'll say, starting in Vail, Colorado, heading to Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yeah.
And it'll route you and then show you all the hosts on the route.
Yeah.
And we have more Harvest Host locations than there are KOA locations.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. And tell us about the East Coast, because my East Coast people, they don't get a lot of the opportunities the West Coast people do for camping. So how's the East Coast looking for Harvest House?
Yeah, East Coast is actually, amazingly, East Coast, it's a very equal distribution.
Mm-hmm.
The East Coast has hundreds of locations. And I'm planning a trip to New England in the fall.
Ooh.
And I was amazed at how many locations there are throughout New York, New Hampshire, Virginia. I mean, up and down the Eastern Seaboard. Every single state has locations.
Yeah.
And actually, one of them I'll say that I'm pretty excited about in New Hampshire is the Mount Washington Cog Railway.
Oh, yeah.
And you can actually they're a member, so you can overnight right at the base of the Cog Railway, and then take the car to the top of Mount Washington for the most epic views in New England.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, you guys, when I've searched, there's like aviation museums, and like you can take covered wagon trips, or you can go to a lavender farm or a brewery or an organic farm or a goat dairy. It is just, I think you could see the whole country doing nothing but Harvest House. So it's a great deal.
And you asked me earlier what one of my favorite locations was. The first one I ever went to was an alpaca farm in Kansas, run by the Sisters of the Dominican. So it was 3 nuns in their 80s running this farm.
Oh, that's on my list now.
And it was the coolest thing. They were so marvelous that one of them makes soaps, one of them makes alpaca scarves, and one of them was a masseuse. And so I stayed on this incredible, huge farm in Kansas that I never would have found otherwise.
Right.
And had a really wonderful time with nuns.
That's awesome. I'm gonna put that on my list of places that I have to see. Now, are there any like misconceptions about Harvest House that you want to clear up at all?
Luckily, I don't think this is a misconception, but I want to make sure it's clear. Harvest Host is not about free camping, right? It's not about saving money. Harvest Host is about making your RV experience more unique.
Yes.
Right? So it's about finding very cool, unique spots to stay, great people to meet, new products to try.
Absolutely.
This is not, right, we're not just trying to be a free Walmart replacement.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because we do want to support the hosts. That's why they're in it. But if you want to actually travel the country, and I always say be free, you can see places in the United States you would never go before. And it's not more expensive than any other kind of camping. I will tell you, I've had a couple of people before, when I mention Harvest House, because I always am promoting it, that they say, oh yeah, I know that thing. That's where you volunteer on a farm. And so I want to make sure people know this is not a work camping gig. This is like a membership.
That was a misconception.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was just like the 2 different people that I've had say that. But so yeah, this is not work camping on a farm. This is a membership where you pay your $49 and then you get the list of different places you can go and see on the road. Fair?
That's
Okay.
Right.
So you guys, big drum roll.
You should be our pitch woman.
I am, because seriously, I am such a fan. You guys, seriously. My viewers know that I do a ton of research. I don't just go to campgrounds. I don't just go to one place. I am a mad researcher, and I have not found another deal anywhere in the RV world that is like Harvest Host. There is nothing like it. And for the price, I mean, you just can't go wrong. You pay more to have a Passport America membership every year, and it's not cool. You know, you're just parked in a parking lot next to somebody else. So I am a huge fan. So you guys, Joel is the king today because he is giving us a couple of really special offers. So for you guys, Joel is going to give away a membership to Harvest Host. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is when my channel hits 25,000 subscribers, the first person to jump into the comments below and say hashtag Harvest Host will get the membership. Does that sound okay to you, Joel?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Look, I don't want to do it like right out of the second we do this video, because then somebody will just nab it. So people have to work for it a little bit. So watch the clock. I'll watch it too. The second I hit 25,000, the first person to say that gets a free membership. But for everybody else, I'm going to have a link in the description and a link at the top of the comments for Harvest Host, because Joel is giving our viewers 10% off if they want to join Harvest Host. Very cool, right? Check it out, you guys. It's the best. Joel, you want to say anything else?
Thank you, Robin.
You're like, I don't need to say anything
I appreciate you having me on. You're wonderful. I love seeing your RV. It looks beautiful, and
Thanks.
I hope one day we can caravan together somewhere.
That would be great.
A Harvest Host location.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. Or a beer at a brewery, at a Harvest Host location.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We just added a new distillery here in Colorado, so maybe we'll go try some spirits.
I would love that, because then we don't have to drive. Oh, by the way, you guys, before we sign off, I did want to say, and Joel, correct me if I'm wrong, the host locations are different, and they accept different size rigs. You can see that in their site, but they accept A's, B, and C RVs as long as they're self-contained. You have to have indoor plumbing and an indoor kitchen, right? No pop-ups, no tents. But as long as you're self-contained, it's acceptable? Because I know we'll get that question. So, is that right?
Yes, as long as you're self-contained, which means an indoor bathroom, an indoor kitchen of some sort, so you can cook inside, and indoor plumbing.
Yeah,
and you're good.
Yeah, because
that's it. Just make sure you are self-contained.
Yes, don't dumping your tanks. Go in and buy something. It's not like an RV park where you're going to have hookups, but a lot of them do take really big rigs. I read that 80% of them accept any type of rig, right? Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, our rig is large. We pull a 33-foot fifth wheel behind our truck, and I've never had a problem staying at any location.
Okay, great. Okay, well, you guys, I'm going to let Joel go because he's a busy guy, but I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about it. And you guys, listen to me. Best $49 you'll ever spend in your life. I promise you, for the RV life. Go check it out, because you'll never see the United States like you will through Harvest Host. So thanks, Joel, for talking to me.
Best. You're the best, Robin. Thank you so much.
I know, I'm clearly a fan. All right, thanks, Joel. Have a good day. Thank you, Joel, for taking the time to talk to us about Harvest Hosts. They're going in some really cool directions, you guys. They're growing, and I can tell you that every Harvest Host I've ever stayed at has really enriched my experience of the area that I'm going to. I meet people and find things that I never would have found otherwise, and I think it's a screaming deal. And to make it better, Joel has given us 10% off for the Creativity RV viewers below. So hit that link, and just remember, keep an eye on my subscriber numbers, because to celebrate me hitting 25,000 at Creativity RV, we're giving away a free Harvest Host membership. So the minute that I hit 25,000, the first person to put hashtag Harvest Host in the comments below will get a free Harvest Host membership. So thanks, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do share it with your friends. Hit the little thumbs up on your way out. Everybody have happy travels out there and be free.